Hey, how you doing? Matt Dockswell. I want to talk today about decisions and commitment. See, first you got to make a decision that you're going to actually go after your goal, right? You're going to make a decision on picking your goal, then you got to make a decision on going after it. And then you got to commit to making that happen, to following through. It's so important. So when you make a decision, right? See, nothing matters until you make a decision, right? You can think about it, you can wish for it, you can wish for a new car, you can wish for a new house, wish for a better job, wish for a great relationship. But until you decide that that's what you want, that you're going to do whatever it takes to make that happen, it doesn't matter. But here's an interesting thing about this. When you make that decision, then you start to get nervous. Because you haven't experienced it yet. And you start to get nervous about it. Actually, you get that 4-letter word. It starts with an F. No, not that word. Fear. F-E-A-R. False evidence appearing real. And that fear is going to come in. But that's where your commitment comes in. Because you got to commit to this decision. When you commit, it doesn't matter the fear. You'll break right through that fear. Bob calls it the terror barrier. That's Bob Proctor. Calls it the terror barrier. And you got to break right through that terror barrier to get to the other side. To be able to experience and achieve your goal, your dream. And it's really not as hard as it seems. Now, you have to understand what's happening here. See, because until you decide, well, you know, if you don't make a decision, you're not going to go after it. So there's no reason to get afraid. There's no reason for the fear. Once you make that decision, though, the fear pops in because you're not vibrating at that level. Remember, if you're here and you want to get up here, then you got to change your vibration and start thinking at this level. Well, you haven't done that before. You know, if you're making $50,000 a year, well, that's how you think. That's how you vibrate. That's where you live. You don't have $150,000 a year thoughts or vibrations. It just doesn't happen. So you have to change your thoughts, right? Again, going back to what we're talking, this is all building on each other, right? Thoughts, feelings, actions, results. In that order, and it's that simple. What you think makes you feel and gets your emotions going. The emotions and the feelings turn into actions, into the body, to the physical world, and then you get results. So then you look at the results. If they're not what you want, then you know you got to change what you're thinking. Because that'll change what you're feeling, and that'll change how you act. So let's bring it back, and then that, of course, will change your results. Now let's bring it back to the decisions. That's why you have to make a decision. Decide, this is what I want, and then you have to make a commitment that I will abide by this decision, and I will follow through no matter what. No matter what. Remember, Edison, right? To invent the light bulb, they said it took 10,000 times. 10,000. And he said, no matter what, I will invent this, I will get this right, I will have the light bulb, no matter what. And he did it. Now, it took a long time, right? A lot of tries. But so what? He still did it. And you can do it too. It probably won't take you 10,000 tries, but if it did, if I told you that it would take you 10,000 tries to get that house of your dreams, would you do it? I bet you would. I bet you would. The thing is, we think it's not guaranteed, but I'm telling you, from my own experience and from Bob Proctor's experience, from Sandy Gallagher's experiences, and some of the other top consultants at Proctor Gallagher Institute, that it does happen, because it's happened for them. It's happened for me. It's happening for me again, and it continues to happen because you have to keep growing, right? And you keep setting new goals. Every time you reach a goal, then you set a new goal. So you got to make that decision. And it's as simple as decision. Decide, right, is just to cut off any other possibility. This is where I'm going, straight ahead, and I am going to have blinders on. I am not going to be distracted. I'm going to go straight ahead and get it what I want. And that's what you have to do. But then you have to make that commitment and say, I commit to my decision, and I will do it. And then you do it. And remember, you don't need to know how to do it. The mind will come up with the how. The universe will give it to you. Remember, what you're seeking is already seeking you. You just have to get into alignment with it, into the vibration. When you get into that vibration, everything will become clear. The way will show itself. It always does. It always has for me. That doesn't mean that I don't still experience the fear, that false evidence appearing real. But you see, now I understand what it is. And I don't let it stop me. As a matter of fact, I welcome it. I flipped it. I flipped it and I say, bring on the fear. I want to feel that because I know I've conditioned myself now that fear equals progress. Forward momentum. It means I'm close to getting my goal. And then I've actually picked the right goal, because if you're not feeling fear, then you probably set your goal too low. And it's so vital that your goal is a big goal. Don't waste your time on little goals. Pick that big goal, that big vision, that big dream, and go for it. Decide to make it happen. A decision and a commitment that you'll do whatever it takes. And that's why we talk about goals and setting goals and all the things that we do, because it all helps. That's why I talked about visioneering, because you got to see it. Remember, you have to see it in your mind. What did Napoleon Hill say in Think and Grow Rich? Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Didn't say maybe, didn't say possibly, said whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. You can achieve it. Others have, and others will continue to. Why not be one of those others? You be the other. And let people point the finger at you and say, he did it, but he's special. She's special. She did it. The difference between the people that make it and the people that don't, there is no difference, except they take action. They make a decision and a commitment to abide by that decision. And you can do it too, friends. It's what I do. It's what Bob Proctor does. It's what Tony Robbins does. And I can go through the list. They all do that. They make a decision and then they commit to it. And they go full steam ahead. And then you do it. You do it in the way it shows itself. It will show itself. That's why we say you don't have to know how. I mean, in Think and Grow Rich, right, by Napoleon Hill, he talks about that. He says, don't wait for the how. Just start in the direction of your goals, your dreams, immediately. The inspiration will come. And when the inspiration comes, this is really important, you must take action on that inspiration. That inspiration is divine inspiration. It's the universe telling you how to do it. So do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And then pick up this book. If you guys are not reading Think and Grow Rich, and change that. If you guys aren't studying Think and Grow Rich, then what are you doing? What are you doing? Study this. Make this a study. And if you're doing this, if you haven't signed up and started thinking into results, one of the most powerful programs I've ever encountered, which is why I'm a Procter Gallagher consultant, because I saw the material and fell in love with it. I saw the value. That program should be in every school. Every school, and the kids should, as young as possible, should start studying that and never stop until they graduate college. But the thing is, once they start, they'll never stop even after graduating. So guys, get into this stuff. Study, make it a study. It's not about reading 1,000 books. Find a few good ones and study them and know them. Know them so you could literally recite them by memory. Again, make a decision to study, right? A decision and then a commitment. As a master trainer, that's what I always tell my clients. You gotta make a decision that you're going to get in shape, you're going to be healthy, and then you gotta commit to doing it. See, once you do that, then when someone offers you ice cream, you say no, thank you. When someone offers you a drink, you say no, thank you. Because you've already made that decision ahead of time. So make a decision, make a commitment, study this book, Think and Grow Rich, and get into thinking into results. Message me and I'll get you started. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate all of you. Love you guys. Please feel free to contact me. Press like, please. Facebook likes it when people like your content. So like this and encourage me to keep going. I have lots more to share. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Thank you so much.